What's up, Fight Fam, and welcome to Boxing Bros. I'm Caden. I'm here with my co-hosts. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Going on, this is Trail.
This is G.
And it's the TVE, baby.
So, what we're not going to do is sell you a pack of lies and BS. We are going to talk about guys who normally don't get the recognition they deserve. These are guys who are necessary in order for you to have your Lennox Lewis, your Iron Mike Tyson, and your Tyson Furies. Yes, we're talking about the gatekeepers of the world. These are the men you must beat in order to become great, and they don't get their just due. So what we're doing on Boxing Bros is we're starting the Gatekeeper Hall of Fame. Here's the rules. Everyone is going to nominate or name a fighter who they think belongs in the Gatekeeper Hall of Fame. And they need two of the other three remaining co-hosts to agree that this person is a gatekeeper and deserves to be inducted in the Gatekeeper Hall of Fame. And I'm going to start this one off with Ned. Ned, who are you nominating to enter the Gatekeeper Hall of Fame?
This is for my heavyweights. I'm gonna go with the.
Doesn't have to be heavyweight. It can be
anybody. Well, I'm going with the honorable Derek Chisora. His resume is solid. He's done faced a lot. He's never beat the best, but he's competed against the best. And he's a guy you gotta beat. He's a gatekeeper you gotta beat to move forward in the heavyweight division. Or move forward in your boxing career to make a name for yourself.
I respect that because you stole my answer. So
I thought we were gonna go more, but I got a couple.
Okay. Well, I'm writing it in there, but he's not officially in there. We need two people to agree that Derek Chisora.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Is the gatekeeper.
He's done.
Listen, I'm gonna come out first and say I disagree. Chisora has a chance to beat Alexander Usyk right now. If he does that, he gets a shot at Anthony Joshua, and then maybe he beats Joshua. If that happens, my man Chisora is not a gatekeeper. I just say it's too soon for my man Derek Ward Chisora to be a gatekeeper, and he's actually his biggest downfall is he was man enough to fight the good contenders like Vitaly Klitschko, like Tyson Fury, like David Haye, like Dillian White. That's his biggest flaw, was he was man enough to step in the ring with these guys. So I'm just saying, yes, he's lost when he stepped up in class, but Usyk is still out there, and he might catch Usyk. And if he beats Usyk, he's not a gatekeeper.
Yeah, but think about it. Why did they put Usyk in there with Chisora?
I know what they think.
He's the gatekeeper of the elites. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Usyk can get past Chisora, then he's like, all right, welcome to the club.
I'm just saying.
Don't listen to Caden. Don't listen to Caden.
Argument.
You know dang well.
No, his argument justifies why he's the gatekeeper.
He's just a fan. He's just a fan. Don't listen. It's unanimous across the board.
No, it's not. I don't think Del Boy is not a gatekeeper. Del Boy is not a gatekeeper.
Bro.
He's just joshing.
Let's stop playing. He's a gatekeeper.
All right, he's in there. Right. He's in there. What can I say? They got the 2 votes. All right, so G, who are you?
All right, seeing that
for the gatekeeper.
That's my top pick. My second pick is going to go to Gerald Washington. He is the PBC gatekeeper. You put him in there to get beat up. You know what I mean? And so he got to be in the Gatekeeper Hall of Fame. That dude, he might be a millionaire just off of gatekeeping.
All right. I mean, Ned, what's your vote on that? Gerald Washington, the gatekeeper?
I agree, but is it Hall of Fame status just yet?
He got to get beat up by a number of more famous guys.
Yeah, no more
He
famous.
get beat up by enough famous guys.
I honestly feel like he's not good enough to be a gatekeeper. Like I think gatekeeper comes with a certain level of like respect, where you say like no bum can beat him, only the elites can beat him. Like you saw Chisora still sparked out David Price. Like you're not just gonna put a bum in with Chisora and he's gonna win. I feel like Gerald Washington lost to some guys who.
Nah, hold on.
Charles Martin.
Wilder.
Charles Martin.
He lost to Charles Martin was a champ.
No, he lost to him on like the undercard of Fury Wilder.
No, but he was still a champion.
Yo, it's not just losing; it's the way you lose, though.
He lost
every time.
He lost to the Big Pharma Miller. Did Arreola beat him? I think he beat Arreola. Who won? It don't matter. Listen. He's good, but he ain't elite good. But you go through him.
I'm saying about a gatekeeper.
That's why he's the gatekeeper.
Who? All right, I'll give you this. Who has he beaten? Because see, anyone can lose to the elites. No, but you gotta beat some mediocre competition.
He beat the Viking dude.
He lost to Kalnacki.
But he beat the dude that beat Kalnacki.
He lost Robert Helenius?
Yeah, he beat Robert Helenius. You gotta give him that.
The only reason I gotta give it to him is because Helenius beat Chisora, I think. Yeah, Helenius beat.
And he beat Kalnacki, who was undefeated.
Kalnowski. So
that's what I'm saying. That's
the
status, bro.
I guess we'll add Gerald Washington.
Trill's like,
Trill, what do you say, Trill?
I don't know, man. I'm like,
he doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame to me.
Yeah, though. That's what I'm just saying. I know it's a pick, but he don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
I can rock with y'all on that. You know what I mean? He is a pick, but
put him in honorable mention.
Yeah.
Put him in honorable mention.
He still got to do more. Like even when you said he beat Helenius, like it's still like, man, this guy. I bet you Helenius now will cook him. The Helenius that got Kalnowski, like Helenius has a better resume than him. So like I could see if you named Helenius because Helenius beat Chisora and Helenius beat Kalnowski. So but he lost to Dillian White. So if you name Helenius has more claim to the Hall of Fame than Gerald Washington. Like I don't know. All right, Trill Dollar Bill, man. Who you nominating?
Oh man, I gotta name a poor guy. He's never gonna win anything, so I hope he wins this. He fights his heart out, but he never gets a fair shake. We done mentioned him a couple of times as being a punching bag for PPC, so I'm gonna have to. I have to give it up to my man, Adrian Granados. I think that he earns a spot since he's never going to get the title at 140 where he rightfully deserved because they kept on throwing him in there with guys at 147. I have to give it to this poor guy. He fought as hard as he just kept, man, and he fought the who's who of who. In one of the biggest fights, he fought an undefeated guy by the name of Amir Khan and stopped him on his rise. So I got to give it up to Adrian Granados, who never got his just due.
All right, Ned.
He won a couple tough fights, but he never got the decision in a couple tough fights.
Ned, do you agree?
I'm not too familiar with Adrian Granados to critique his resume as a gatekeeper, so I'm gonna stay out of this one.
I respect you being honest.
That's what's up, man.
All right, G.
Nah, I actually agree with Trill. And Trill, you just gave me a person that needs to get on this list. So.
Hey, that's one. I gotta decide. Adrian Granados is not. No, say yes. He's on the list. All right, G. Who do you got?
Yo, I'm trying to pull up his record, but I'm gonna say Ugas has to be a gatekeeper. The reason Yo, think about it. All the big fights, he loses. But he's good. You know what I mean? But when it comes to the big fight,
call Ugas a gatekeeper.
Yo, I think that's the definition of a gatekeeper. It's like when you're better than the average, but when it comes to the elite competition, you stay with the L. That's Ugas.
Ugas hasn't got a chance to get in there with the other.
I just think it's too soon to call.
Yeah, a little too soon.
Hold on, let's just see. Because you have some guys like, for example, Tevin Farmer, who had a few L's before he even won the title. All right, so my computer's acting up in terms of allowing me to scroll through certain things I don't understand. But all right, get this through. Yeah, let's take a look. Because
I think he beat Sean.
He lost to Sean.
I feel like he beat Sean, though. That's what I'm getting at.
No, that's what I'm saying. I know I feel like he beat Sean, but they gave Sean the decision.
I see what you're saying. When you look at his resume, he did lose to, like, Amir Khan beat him. I do feel like he was robbed against Porter.
Yeah,
he put it on Figueroa. You know, poor Figueroa on that fight. I don't know. I feel like it's too.
He's been going on a winning spree before the whole Sean Porter thing.
Yeah,
I think that kind of. I don't know. I mean, you know what? All right, maybe we have to define how we're defining a gatekeeper. Are we saying they had a long, extensive career, or are they literally the person that a promoter puts in the ring to get their fighter to the next level?
A gatekeeper is someone who's like good enough to beat mediocre competition, but not quite good enough to beat the elite.
I think, yeah, I say
Ugas.
Yeah.
I say I got another one.
I got another one too. I want to throw out there.
All right.
I'm gonna pass on Ugas.
I'll go and give mine, and then.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's go.
All right, so I'll show you mine. Luis Collazo. Luis Collazo. I gotta give my man.
Yo, the only reason why I'm gonna say no, because I be feeling like you could pay him and he'll take an L. You know what I'm saying?
Look at my man Luis, though. Lost to Keith Thurman. Lost to Amir Khan. Beat Victor Ortiz. Right? Lost to Freddie Hernandez. Lost to Andre Berto. Lost to Ricky Hatton.
Lost to Shane Mosley.
Yep, lost to Shane Mosley.
He's definitely a gatekeeper, bro.
But look at him, though. Yeah. He be getting busy with everyone else.
He's a gatekeeper for hire, so I don't know. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, when you talk about the Hall of Fame and the Gatekeeper
he earned his spot. Yeah, he definitely earned
my man Luis Collazo. You need to put him in there because he might. I feel like he was whooping Thurman, and then out of nowhere,
no, I'm telling you, got the call, got the bag. You know what I mean? They were like,
out of nowhere, I can't see.
Oh man.
All right, Trill, you said you got another one for hire. All right, man. We could give. I know one off the top of my head, but I know
one right now.
Go ahead. We need G to give us one more, then Trill take, because it's G's spot. It's G. G has the nominated guy.
Let me take G's spot. Man.
Oh, it's my turn right now?
Yeah.
Dude, you're the only one who hasn't got the guy in the Gatekeeper.
Oh, I mean, I made nominations. Y'all just shut them down. All right, then I'm going with, y'all ready? I'm going with Adrien Broner. You know what I'm saying? And because walk with me, Trill. He has an extensive career.
All right, hold on.
Every time he has a big fight, he drops the ball. You know? To me, yeah, I think he earned himself gatekeeper status. You know? Now, is he as gatekeeperish as the other gentlemen on the list? No. But he's moving in the right direction. So I'm rolling with AB on this one.
Adrien Broner's 33 in 4. I'll let Trill get into the particulars. I'm not going to do that. His loss to Manny Pacquiao, he has a draw with Jesse Vargas, which Jesse Vargas is a solid guy. I mean, he would probably be a good nomination himself. He lost to Mikey Garcia, who's a good fighter. He beat Adrian Granados. He beat Ashley Theophane, who are 2 legitimate fighters. He lost to Sean Porter, but he did drop Sean Porter in the 12th. He lost to, he beat John Molina. He beat Emmanuel Taylor. Those are 2 legitimate fighters. He lost to Marcos Maidana, but that was a hell of a fight. Anyone else who put up the fight that he put up against Marcos Maidana would receive praise. But, of course, he was a guy who talked a lot of smack, and he did some antics in that fight that a lot of people didn't approve of, so he got what he got. He beat Paulie Malignaggi when Paulie Malignaggi was still a respectable fighter. It was a split decision. Now, I do think that fight could have gone either way, but Antonio DeMarco, at the time he beat Antonio DeMarco was a really good fighter. Ponce de Leon, he has some good names on his resume.
Like Jason Litzau, a couple of other guys, Escobedo, a couple other guys also.
You can also break down more, Trill. You can let him know about the titles he won, the divisions.
Oh, he got the youngest champion to win 4 different titles in 4 different weight classes. Not only that, he is young enough to still come back and fight in challenge at 140 and still has the buzz and the interest for people that still come and watch him. Gee, I don't disagree.
But you know who else got the buzz and the interest?
I don't disagree with your list.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't disagree with your list, but it's not yet. It's too early.
I think
with Derek Chisora is also he got knocked out. These are the knocked out losses. Like Broner has been in there with the elites guys and haven't been knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And he has did himself well. You know what I'm saying? We wish he would have thrown his hands more, but when he did throw his hands more, it was spectacular. I just think it's. I don't want to. Hold on, G. I don't want it to be and I don't want it to be a full-on attack because I don't want you to think that we're attacking your list. So you have to throw my man underneath the bus. But I'm just saying it's too soon. Everybody you picking is just too soon.
So then I got one. And I think y'all will all agree based upon Trill's definition. I'm going with Amir Khan because now at least Amir Khan he has.
I can walk with you, G.
That's the resume, and every time he gets in the ring with the big boys, he gets really, really hurt. You know,
he's put in there to get knocked out.
Exactly. So now
I can walk with you on that one.
All right, word. At least I got one vote. Can I get a second?
We're going to review his resume, but Trill tried to sneak an attack, so I got to address this. It's easy. Adrien Broner is 140 and 147. When you're a heavyweight, getting knocked out comes with the territory. So you can't just hold it.
No, but hold on. I'm talking about being in there with the great Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Who has a great knockout percentage. I'm talking about being in there with Mikey Garcia, who put people to sleep. I'm talking about being in there with Marcus Maidana.
Yo, man.
I'm talking about being in there with Marcus Maidana. You know what I'm saying? Being dropped and still getting up and coming back and almost winning the fight. And let's talk about smelling stuff.
I'm talking about Dillian White. I'm talking about Vitaly Klitschko. I'm talking about real hitters, bro. So I get what you're saying, but come on now. Like, Amir Khan.
So you're agreeing that Derek Chisora?
No, I'm not.
I think Derek Chisora is Gatekeeper.
So that's what you were saying. I agree that Derek Chisora should be in there.
No, y'all I think it's
too soon for Chisora, just like I said, it's too soon for Adrien Broner. Now, what I think you're doing is you're predicting that they're going to be gatekeepers. And I agree with you. But you notice how, like, with Luis Collazo, for example, I picked a guy with 8 L's. Mm-hmm. L's, like, to top guys. Like, Chisora, I see the argument, but he still got a chance to redeem himself. He got Usyk coming up. All he needs is one win. One big win is all you need.
And he top 5.
I walk with you on Amir Khan. I will walk with you on Amir Khan.
Amir Khan, he lost to Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, but that was the fight he quit and then had his trainer go, oh, he can't perform. He can't.
Oh yeah, he
Canelo.
did Gerds dirty. He lost to Canelo.
Lost to
Beat Chris
Devin
Algieri. Beat Devin. Beat Collazo. Lost to Danny. Split decision loss to Lamont Peterson. Them body shots were crazy. He has a win over Zab. He has a win over Marcos Maidana.
Yo, but that was a tough fight.
Paulie.
Marcos almost knocked him out round 1.
Yeah, he was running. I know he was on his bike.
He ran bad. So
He lost to Prescott. I remember that fight. But that was when he was fasting, though. You know what?
yo, man, he looked like a gatekeeper to me.
You know what, man? I can't even lie. Devin, no one's going to say Devin was one of the elites. I mean, Devin Alexander. Chris Algieri is
He's good.
gatekeeper status himself.
That's what I'm saying.
Lamont, Zab Judah, but he didn't get Zab when he got Zab after he had 6 L's.
Thank you. Yeah.
Madonna, he ran. You know what, man? I can accept Amir Khan, G.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Can I get a second? All right. Blessings, Ned. Blessings. I appreciate it. See, one of mine's.
Mention. Can we get to that one?
No, we're going to do this again. So, everyone, the first 4 inductions to the Boxing Bros Gatekeeper Hall of Fame. Derek Ward Chisora. That's Ned's nomination. I disagree. Trill, G, and Ned call him a gatekeeper. Adrian Granados, unanimous induction to the Hall of Fame. Luis Collazo, I think that was unanimous as well. And Amir Khan, I think that was unanimous. The only challenge is Derek Ward Chisora. Anybody want to reconsider their decisions? No.
That's the list right there, bro. You know? That's the list right there.
All right, that's our 4 inductees to the first round of the Boxing Bros Gatekeeper Hall of Fame. Trill
doesn't look satisfied.
Huh?
You look bothered.
Huh?
You said what?
Trill, you look real bothered, man. Yo,
Oh no, I got more. I thought we was gonna keep going, but
You want
please
to
like
going?
and
You want
subscribe.
to do another round? All right,
We'll do a part 2. We'll do a part 2.
Another round. Hey, it is what it is. If you,
Hey, we'll do a part 2, right? Don't y'all want to do a part 2?
We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep doing this.
Oh, no, keep going.
But if you want, for the sake, this is the first go round. If you want to add another, my brother, go on ahead. Let's go. Who you got?
Let me add him.
All right,
let me
man,
add-
who you?
I'm nominating Paulie Malignaggi, man. Paulie Malignaggi. I was itching. I wanted to go.
He's already out the boxing game, though.
No, but he's a gatekeeper.
It don't matter.
Boxing.
It's all time. This is a gatekeeper.
All time.
Oh,
in
yeah,
there.
I thought we were talking about current gatekeeper.
No, this is Hall of Fame, bro.
Damn. See, that's
why you're
I
not.
asked y'all to define it. You know,
Chisora on his way out. That's how I see it.
Now I was thinking like I was thinking it was more active.
yeah, I thought it was active fighters out of gatekeeper.
But then at least within the last couple of years, you know.
It's the Hall of Fame, bro. Hall of Fame is all time.
I feel you.
Paulie Malignaggi.
Let's go. We're gonna be here all night.
Does anybody object to Paulie Malignaggi?
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
All right. Trill, who you got for me?
I'm gonna go with Andre Berto.
Let's pull it up. Any
Good pick. That is a good pick. That's my Haitian brother, but yeah, it's a good pick.
That's my man.
Any objection?
But he's been used as a stepping stone so many times. So that's like the definition of
gatekeeper.
Yeah, he definitely is a gatekeeper. Had so much promise, but just couldn't pull the trigger when the time was right.
Andre Berto. Here we go. 32-5. Lost to Showtime Sean Porter. He beat Devin Alexander in a split decision. He beat Victor Ortiz, lost to Floyd. He beat Joseito Lopez, lost to Soto Carras, lost to Robert the Ghost Guerrero, lost to Victor Ortiz. At the fight of the year, I was at that fight. Let's see, notable wins. I think the notable wins are really up here. Luis Collazo. Carlos Katana is a decent win. It's not.
But that was Katana was, yeah, I don't know. That was Katana after Katana was beaten up by Paul Williams and all that. He was a shell of himself.
All right, Gatekeeper Hall of Fame. We will insert. Well, who does anyone object to Andre Berto? No objection. All right, G.
All right. So this next person, y'all all have to walk with me on this. Since y'all didn't give me my Gerald Washington, y'all got to give me my Chris Arreola. Chris Arreola is definitely a gatekeeper, you know, like they bring him in there just to get beat up, you know, so he has to be. And at one time, I believe, didn't he get he had a belt one time, right? And even if he didn't, it don't matter.
No, he was never champion.
Every time he had an opportunity to become champion, he lost.
He was never champion because he was trying to become the first Mexican
in America, yeah. And so, you know, unfortunately, it didn't happen for him. So every time he had that step up fight, he took it out.
Chris Arreola, gatekeeper. Ned, you agree?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. He was one of my top picks.
Trill, Chris Arreola, gatekeeper. You agree?
Chris Arreola, that's my man. That's my man. Oh man, I hate to say it, but he's been given so many chances, and they put him in there with so many guys to test to see if this guy's the real deal or not. So I'll say I don't have no complaints with that, man. No complaints at all.
Well, it looks like Chris Arreola is added to the list. All right, it looks like it's just me. Time for me to add the guy.
It's just his name just don't look like it belongs on that list. Now that when you show it, it just doesn't. It's not that he's not a gatekeeper. It's just that's a star-studded list.
Yeah, facts.
Like, can you see him at that dinner party? Nah, I'm playing. I'm playing, Chris. You know, I'll rock with you.
The guy I'm putting on the list, Joseito. Got to put my man Joseito on the list.
The Riverside Rocky.
Huh?
How many L's does Joseito Lopez have?
Like 8. Hold on, I'll pull him up right now.
The Riverside Rocky.
I can think of at least 7 right now.
Fellas, I got a name.
But what makes him a gatekeeper is the amount of L's. It's how he loses them. Like he's not easy.
Oh,
like you can't just walk in there.
He can go. Listen, this could go on and on.
Want to do one more round?
8 losses.
We could go one.
And now for the sake of the time of the video.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got to do a part 2.
All right, so yeah, Joseito lost to Keith Thurman, Andre Berto, Marcos Maidana, Saul Canelo Alvarez, Jesse Vargas.
Yeah, this is status right here, bro.
Edgar Santana, Wes Ferguson, Rodrigo Lopez. But you look at the names. This is certified gatekeeper right here, and he's pulled off a few. He's pulled off a few. Like he beat Victor Ortiz. Yeah, so you got John Molina, but John Molina was done, and that was. All right, so y'all saying y'all want to go one more round for the Gatekeeper Hall of Fame? Is that what I'm hearing?
Let's do it.
One more round.
One more round. One more round.
Give me one more round.
That's like Rocky 3. One more round. All right, Ned, who you got?
Let's see.
How you ask for another round? You don't got a guy.
Hold on. There's a couple.
Let me give you one. I can give you a couple. I got like 7 guys lined up.
Trill, go first. I'll be right back. I'll go after you.
All right. Which one? Want me to start running off all 7?
No. I'm just
playing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go with my man, James Kirkland.
Does anyone object?
L to the no, especially after he got murdered by Canelo.
James Kirkland.
Never been the same.
Yeah, Canelo caught him with the oldest trick in the book. The Mandingo Warriors is the funny part is, man, he only got 2 L's.
Yeah.
He only got 2 L's?
Yeah.
Nah, he can't beat Gatekeeper then, man. Nah.
Yeah, why not?
You know why I say he was? Because they went to go put him in there with Triple G. In that press conference, they went to put him in there as food. That's food. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want that, I got more.
I can't co-sign this.
Actually, I could co-sign him because if you look at his resume, right, his biggest win is in Frelo Angulo.
Dope.
That's his biggest win. And when he stepped up, he got KO'd. So, I mean, and even when you look at his second,
because go ahead, my fault. I cut you off.
well, that's fine. But look at his second to last fight. Well, he fought Kobe Quarter, 13-14. Then Jazz Phipps, 10-7.
But I think the reason why is because they're trying to build him back up to fight.
Show me the other name on this resume.
No, but what I'm saying is the reason why I can't
trying to build him up to get knocked out.
Man,
there's a name.
They haven't showed me, like his resume doesn't show that he's a gatekeeper because his last L was Canelo, and that was just his second L. So we haven't seen him with at least like a third champ or up-and-coming champ to knock him out or to even take an L to actually be a gatekeeper. You know, like Canelo's like the best of the best. You know what I mean? So it's like you taking an L to Canelo don't automatically put you at gatekeeper status. You know, I need to see him fight another champ or quality fighter, and then I can.
He's not fighting anybody anymore, most likely.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. Like, do we give him gatekeeper status for that?
But here's what I don't understand, G. How you're gonna say James Kirkland isn't a gatekeeper, but you nominate Adrien Broner?
No, because Adrien Broner, every time the step up fight,
Broner's champion in 4 weight divisions.
No, but you could still be a gatekeeper and still have a good past. I look at gatekeepers at the present.
But Kirkland has no pass except he got every time he stepped up in class.
What I'm saying is,
your first initial reaction when I said James Kirkland.
Because I'm thinking about how he got knocked out.
I don't understand, bro. How can you say Derek Chisora is a gatekeeper but then defend Kirkland?
Hold on, because Derek Chisora, every step-up fight, he loses.
But he had multiple step-up fights. Your argument is that because this guy hasn't had as many step-up fights as Derek Chisora, but look at the way Derek Chisora performed in a lot of those fights. Like his fight with Dillian White, he was winning on 2 of the 3 judges' scorecards when he got knocked out.
In Dillian White, the second fight.
Yes. He was winning on 2 of the 3. So this guy has been competitive in winning against good fighters. James Kirkland, I mean, has never even been competitive. He gets washed, and you're sitting here.
But what I'm saying is, so then how can we label him as a gatekeeper when his last L was Canelo, and then
Canelo basically retired him, bro.
Yeah, he was used as a name. Kirkland had a name. His name hold value as a rough and tough guy. His name hold value. But I get it. I got plenty of more that I can shoot out. We could go from Carlos Baldomir to John Molina. We can keep going.
Here's what I'm saying. I agree that Kirkland is a gatekeeper, though.
He definitely is.
So Ned, do you agree that? Well, Ned doesn't really. Do you?
I omit my vote.
I agree that Kirkland is a gatekeeper, man. You can't, like, for example, you're penalizing Derek Chisora for having the courage to take good fights, and you're rewarding. No, here's what you're doing. What you're doing is the equivalent of what people do, like that. I don't like with Michael Jordan. They say, well, he was 6 for 6 in the final. They overlooked the fact that he lost in the first round and couldn't get out the first round of the playoffs until he got Scottie Pippen. And then they hold it against LeBron that he made it to the NBA Finals 9 times. And they said,
it's not the same comparison.
It is, because
every time he steps up, he loses.
Here's how it's the same. If you make it to the finals 9 times, that means 9 times you're playing the other best team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you lose. That means you're losing to the team that's going to be crowned champion, meaning you're going to be in second place the entire time. When you lose in the first round, you're losing to a team that's not even the second best team in the league most of the time, unless they make it to the finals. But Derek Chisora fought guys. He fought Vitaly Klitschko. He fought David Haye. He fought Dillian White. He fought elite level competition, and that's where he took his L. You're excusing Kirkland because he fought one guy who was elite, and he got knocked out by Alvarez, and after that, he basically retired him. So what you're saying, he's not a gatekeeper.
Now,
because he fought easier competition than Chisora, basically. That's what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is this. Maybe I define a gatekeeper different from you. I define a gatekeeper as a promoter, right, will seek you out to put you in the ring with their up-and-coming fighter to get them exposure because they're going to beat you and they get, recognition off of your name. Kirkland hasn't been
used. That's what they did with Canelo.
No, but
that's what they did with Triple G. That's what they did with the other guy who knocked him out before Canelo.
But what I'm saying is we're talking based upon just 2 names. You get what I'm saying? So that's
why about 3 names, because Triple G was about to do it too.
But Triple G didn't do it though.
Yo, G, if we can miss, we can keep missing. It's only 2 names because he didn't have to accept fights with the level of competition that Derek Chisora did. Let's say he fought the same type of opposition that Derek Chisora did, he'd have 9 L's too, is the point I'm making. A lot of what people hold against Derek Chisora is the fact that he had the courage to step in the ring with good opposition. Even when you look at Joseito Lopez, and we run through Joseito Lopez's list, look at the guys he's lost to. He lost to elite level competition.
But that's the definition of a gatekeeper.
But Kirkland hasn't been in there with enough guys, and when he stepped in there with enough elite level competition, he's lost for us to know what he is. And it's also not just the name, it's how you perform in the fight. Look at how he performed in those fights.
Knocked out both fights.
I agree. But after that Canelo fight, he beat 2 dudes that clearly he was the better man in those fights. So I haven't seen him being used as a gatekeeper.
Beat 2 guys after Canelo? You mean the guy who had 13 wins and 14 losses?
And that was after
so
they wasn't going to do the Triple G fight because he sounded so bad.
What I'm saying is
this guy right here, right? You're giving him credit. You're giving him credit.
I'm not giving him credit. No. What I'm saying is that dude was a tune-up fight for Kirkland. That's all he was sent in there for, was to lose, to probably build up Kirkland's confidence, right? That's why he was sent in there. Even the guy
why would Kirkland need this type of fight if he wasn't a gatekeeper? Why would Kirkland need this type of fight if he wasn't a gatekeeper?
Nah, boxing's still a business. So whoever's managing him is like, yo, we need to build this dude back up. But however, he hasn't been used after that. So I can't say in confidence Kirkland should be a gatekeeper because he hasn't proven himself to be a gatekeeper. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying I don't understand the logic because you're willing to say that Derek Chisora is a gatekeeper. You're willing to say that Adrien Broner is a gatekeeper. You're willing to say that Ugas is a gatekeeper, but you're saying James Kirkland is not.
No, I'm saying, how about this? Kirkland's not an elite fighter. However, a gatekeeper is used by different promoters to big up other fighters. We haven't seen Kirkland has been used to big up any other fighters, and that's why I'm saying
you gotta take Adrian Granados. Adrian Granados was never a champion.
All right, so here's what I'd say, right?
No, a gatekeeper doesn't have to be champion.
All right, let me just ask you this question.
Could or they could not. What I'm saying is,
as his name as a resume booster. Correct.
That's what I'm saying. You're a resume.
He has it. Does it cost?
How is Adrien Broner a resume
many?
booster then? So wait. So tell me how Adrien Broner is a resume booster then.
Because no, what I'm saying is
no. Tell me how Adrien Broner is a resume booster.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Remember, I'm asking y'all based off of y'all definition, and that's how I'm making my adjustments. So Trill saying resume booster, I go cool. Kirkland hasn't shown that at all. You see what I'm saying? Because the last L was Canelo, and after that he didn't fight anybody else. So it's like I can't call him.
I'm talking about his name.
But based on what you're saying, then right, this is all I'm saying about consistency. Based on what you're saying, Adrien Broner couldn't dare be called a resume booster. He lost to Marcos Maidana, who was a good fighter, who was a legitimate opponent. Okay, then he lost to Manny Pacquiao, who's the great Manny Pacquiao, who went on to beat Thurman, right? Adrien Broner lost to Sean Porter. Sean Porter's a good fighter, legitimate fighter.
Sorry, champion, yeah.
Yeah, but hold on.
So wait, based on what you're saying, he's no resume.
I asked this before, and I'm gonna ask this probably the 5th time. Because what we should have done in the beginning was first define how we all view a gatekeeper. And
you know what a gatekeeper is, G.
Nah, but the reason why is
because you agree when we say James Kirkland.
Different people. There's different standards for different people. So remember, I conceded with the Broner. I conceded with other people because I'm like, all right, I'll base it off of y'all two's definition. But
I don't want you to base it off my definition. You know what a gatekeeper is.
I don't see how Kirkland is a gatekeeper, and y'all not explaining to me why Kirkland's a gatekeeper based upon.
All right, you know why? Because his name. Kirkland had a name. As being a feared guy. So they used him for his name. The same way that Triple G was going to use him for his name. Because they were saying he didn't have a name. The main thing was that he was using him for a name. That was the whole build-up for that fight. Was that he was using him for a name.
All right, so now we're giving a person gatekeeper status for a fight that they did not have.
But I'm just saying, we're talking about this is what people use him for. And we're talking about a resume booster as far as like he's a name that people use as to have that name on a resume. You can't say Adrien Broner is a resume booster when nobody used him to kind of help their career. These guys that he already fought with stars.
Hold on, but fellas, I already conceded on the Broner. Because I was like, yo, you know what y'all saying makes sense. I still don't understand why y'all are putting Kirkland on the list.
Now I'll explain my reason.
As a resume booster.
Trill gave you his reason. I'm going to give you my reason why Kirkland's a resume booster. For starters, I'm just going to go straight to the record. Mm-hmm. He's never beaten any elite fighter, for one. Remember, that's your argument for Derek Chisora. He's never beaten any elite fighter. Here's his resume. Stop me when you see a dub against an elite fighter. The best wins on his resume are against Infrelo and Gulo. That's the best win on his resume. And a DQ win against Carlos Molina. Okay? So those are the best wins on his resume. And some people will say Glenn Tapia, but come on, man. Even if you want to give him Tapia, I'll give you that. But Tapia went on to do what exactly? What champion has he beaten? None. Okay, so there's one. The same thing, the same criteria you use to make Derek Chisora a gatekeeper. He's never been a champion.
Nah, right? No, hold on. Chisora's criteria is a lot different.
Bro, I'm just making my point.
Oh, all right. I'm just saying.
I don't think it's different, but you can tell me how it's different after.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then he fought this guy right here, Ashida, right? Ashida had 6 L's when he fought him. 6 L's when he fought him. They were fighting an 8-round fight. Listen, for you to understand, he got TKO'd in the first round. Bro, if you read this, Kirkland down 3 times. Kirkland got knocked down 3 times in the first round to a man with 6 losses.
Yeah,
then he went on to fight. Then he went on to fight Dennis Sharp. Dennis Sharp, a guy with 7 losses, and he knocked him out in the first round. Then he fought this guy. Then he fought Infrelo Angulo, who's one of the slowest fighters you ever seen in your life. Okay, great. He beat the dog 6-round TKO. Then he went on and he fought Canelo Alvarez. And he got knocked out. He was down in the first round, down twice in the third round, where he eventually got knocked out. Then after that, they put him in with easy competition. Reason why I'm saying he's a gatekeeper is he was a manufactured guy. The same way I look at Deontay Wilder. He was a guy they build up, putting him in with easy competition. He was supposed to beat the guy that knocked him out in the first round, who dropped him 3 times in the first round. So that was
that was my argument I was about to make. So that doesn't make you a gatekeeper if they put you in there to win. You get what I'm saying?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's all right. Perfect example. When look at Usyk, right? The reason why I'm making an argument that Chisora is a gatekeeper is because they're putting him in there with Usyk. Usyk only had 1 heavyweight fight. So if you really think this dude is that good, why would you put Usyk in there? Usyk is pretty much unknown in the heavyweight division.
You know you done messed up, right?
Tells me he's the step-up fight.
You know you done messed up. I'm just going to show you how you messed up, bro.
Go ahead.
So all I'm saying is straight facts. They put James Kirkland in to win this fight, and he lost to a guy he was supposed to beat in an 8-rounder, right? Got knocked out in the first round, got knocked down 3 times. Then they put him in light. He fought Infrelo Angulo, and he didn't look too good in that. That fight was a war. Watch that fight again. Yo, that fight was one of the most fights in terms of punishment. Yo, these guys took punishment in that fight. Yo, that fight was action-packed. It was a good fight, a lot of punishment. Now look at this. He won this fight due to DQ. Then he beat Tapia. And then here's when he became the gatekeeper, is what Trill and myself are trying to tell you, G. That's when they gave him to Canelo Alvarez. Why? Because he was once a guy who they were trying to build up, but he showed in those performances after he got knocked out in the first round that he was not the guy they once thought he was, and he was an easy way to make Canelo look good. And so that's exactly what they did. They threw him in with Canelo, and Canelo stopped him. But due to the punishment he endured from the fight where he got knocked out by Ashida, from when he fought Infrelo Angulo, from when he fought Ashida, he was no longer able to fight. He can't get anywhere.
And he was considered a gatekeeper even then too, bro. I don't even mean to cut you off, because now that's refreshing my memory, right? And Angulo was actually the guy that they were promoting hard. They brought Kirkland in there too, as a guy, you know what I'm saying, for Angulo to showcase Angulo. They end up being even a tougher fight. And they was sweating this kid, Glenn Tapia, at the time also, thinking that he can get this guy, James Kirkland, who they considered.
You know what? You all reminded me, because Tapia was undefeated.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was. And Angulo only had
Angulo went to lose to Tapia, but I mean Angulo, they brought Kirkland in to lose, and Kirkland pulled it off. And
the Angulo fight too, because Angulo, they was trying to make Angulo a star because he only had lost 1.
All I'm saying, man, we can remove Kirkland. I don't think we should, though. I think he's a gatekeeper. And here's the last thing. You know for a fact that Ugas is a better fighter than Kirkland. You know for a fact these guys are better fighters than Kirkland. Kirkland was a guy who just went in there, getting punched in the face and trying to hit you. He had no real skill, no anything. And that's why he left the sport early. That's why when you hear him speak, it's very hard to understand.
I agree with all of that. I just don't agree that he's a gatekeeper because he hasn't had the opportunity to be a gatekeeper. That's all I'm saying.
Angulo, Glenn Tapia, Canelo.
All right, so here's what we'll do. we'll table this, and we've gone on enough with this, so we're going to end this video here. People, tell us if we should keep James Kirkland in the Gatekeeper Hall of Fame. In the comment section, you decide if James Kirkland deserves to be a gatekeeper and if he deserves to be in the Gatekeeper Hall of Fame. Let us know if he's a gatekeeper or not. True, you can take us home because I think this video.
Yeah, I think he deserves it. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and also check out our podcast on all major streaming services. It's the Boxing Bros. I just can't believe they would put the brother in. Oh, man.